when a substitute teacher told me to stop pretending I couldn't talk and ripped up my communication card in front of the class. The last person I expected stood up for me. I'm selectively mute. That means in certain situations, my brain locks my voice inside my body, and no amount of wanting to speak will make the words come out. I've been this way since I was 7. School is my worst trigger. I haven't spoken a word inside a classroom in 4 years. Every teacher knows. I have a laminated communication card that says, "My name is Ren. I have selective mutism. I communicate through writing and gestures. Thank you for your patience." Most teachers read it and nod. On a Tuesday in March, the substitute didn't read the file. She picked up my card, read it, and laughed. "Oh, sweetie, you can talk. You just don't want to. There's a difference." She put the card face down and walked to the front. For 20 minutes, I was okay because she was lecturing. Then she started cold calling. She went down the rows. Bertie answered. Amos answered. Then she looked at me. "Ren, what was the primary cause of World War I?" I couldn't answer. My throat closed and my chest tightened and I stared at my desk. She waited 10 seconds. "Ren, I asked you a question." I picked up my card and held it toward her. She walked to my desk, took the card out of my hand, and tore it in half. The sound was so sharp, the girl next to me flinched. "You don't get to hide behind a piece of paper in my classroom. You have a voice. Use it." She turned to the class. "Can someone explain to me why we're coddling a perfectly healthy teenager who just doesn't feel like talking?" She looked back at me. "I think you like the attention. I think you figured out that if you stay quiet long enough, everyone treats you like you're special. And that's not fair to kids who actually have real problems. You're going to answer one question out loud before this period ends, or I'm marking you absent and telling your parents you refuse to participate." I was shaking so badly my pen fell off the desk. I wanted to fold into my chair and stop existing. I could feel every pair of eyes and everyone felt like a hand pressing me further down. That's when I heard the chair. Not a scrape, a slam. Someone stood up so hard their chair hit the desk behind them. Cody Pruitt. Cody Pruitt, who called me a freak in 7th grade, who told people I was faking it for attention, who made a TikTok imitating me sitting silently at lunch and captioned it, "The NPC of the school." 2 full years of making my condition into a joke. He was standing with his fists clenched and his face red, looking at the substitute like she'd set something on fire. "She can't talk." He said it loud enough that the room contracted. "She physically can't. It's not a choice. It's a condition. And you just ripped up the only thing she has to explain that to people like you." The substitute opened her mouth. Cody didn't let her speak. "No, she hasn't been able to defend herself this entire time, and you use that. You use the fact that she can't speak to say whatever you wanted because you knew she couldn't fight back. That's not teaching. That's cruelty with a lanyard." His voice was shaking, but he didn't stop. "You owe her an apology. Right now, in front of everyone, the same way you humiliated her in front of everyone. I don't take orders from students. Then I'll take this to someone who gives them." He pulled out his phone. "I recorded the whole thing since you picked up her card. Every word." The substitute looked at his phone, then at me, then at the torn card on my desk. She picked up her bag and walked out of the classroom without another word. Cody walked to my desk, picked up both halves of my card, and set them together in front of me. His hands were shaking as badly as mine. He said quietly enough that I don't think anyone else heard, "I'm sorry it took me this long to get it. I couldn't speak. Not because of the mutism, because no words would have been enough." I nodded, and he nodded back, and that was the whole conversation. It was the most anyone has ever said for me.